Thank you for being here, friends. Deep Power is my most favorite class because I like to go slow, really feel into the poses. Um, any special requests for class today? Like any poses you really want to do? Or just what else? Okay, I'll just do my thing then. Quick announcements. My frequency class that I do once per month is coming up not this weekend, but next weekend. So it's next Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m. here in this space. It's breath work, not breath work like pranayama exercises, and it's not like a workshop where we learn different breath work techniques. It's like an experiential thing. So you lay down and you do one type of breath the entire time. If you have heard of holotropic breath, it's similar to that. And it's meant to take you into a non-ordinary state of consciousness where you are not so much in your ego and your critical mind, but you're in your body and you're able to process and move and feel energy and also express emotion and energy. So there's invitations to yell really loud and to howl and to shake your body. And during the breathwork portion, I play music really loud, and me and this other guy who's a musician, this is some dude that I invited, no, this really amazing musician. We're like, he's doing drums and I have my medicine drum and I have my shaker. So it's like an experience. A lot of people wear eye masks. And then after that's half of the class, and then after this part where it's a lot more activating, we then settle in and slow down, and we take big deep breaths. And during that time, Brady, my musician, he is just creating this really relaxing soundscape for you. So he's looping stuff, he's playing harmonica, he's playing handpan, he's singing. And I am sometimes adding my sound bowls or like chimes. So it's just an experience. I would love for you to come if you are curious. So that's $30 per person next Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m. in the space. And if you're curious about breathwork, I'm also doing a free breathwork session with my friend Trish. Me and her are starting a like breath and body school together. So we're trying to get momentum by doing free stuff. So next Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. on Zoom. And Zoom is a really nice way to try breath work if you're kind of intimidated by it in your own space. So you, just as long as you have a private space at your house, you're good to go. I recommend having headphones so you can adjust the volume of the music the way you like it. But it's a good way to just get exposure to this maybe new thing and be like, okay, maybe I'd like to try it in person. Lots of people for some reason are scared or intimidated. There's nothing to be scared of, but good way to give it a try is in your own space. So next Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Let me know if you want the link, and you can basically just sign up for free and all the information will be sent to you. Yeah, okay, let's practice. So if you're not already there, seated meditation. So I always like to kind of move my body a little bit. You might take a moment and just feel into, how did you show up today? How did you sleep last night? What's going on inside? So bringing more awareness into your physical being. And then as you are ready, no rush, eventually settle in and find stillness. So either close your eyes, or if you prefer to keep your eyes open, lower and soften your gaze. Place your hands somewhere intentionally, some way intentionally. Notice if you're holding any tightness through your facial muscles, if there's any way you can relax a little more through your face, through your jaw, through your forehead, eyebrows. Maybe let your shoulders melt down away from your ears a little bit more and feel into the length in the back of your neck. So feeling into your physical body first, noticing what's there. And then see if you can start to go a little bit deeper. So start to feel into yourself as an energetic being. So what's the state of your energy this morning? Are there any emotions present for you? Maybe it was stressful getting here and you feel that inside of you. Maybe there's a lack of emotion. There's really nothing there to notice. Notice that. Maybe there are emotions present that are always kind of present. You just really don't have the time or space to really let them be felt. So notice what's inside of you. Notice what's flowing around. Notice your breath rising and falling, expanding and contracting. Maybe you even visualize your breath. And then next time you breathe in, everybody very intentionally fill up as big as you can. Hold at the top and see if you can even take an extra little sip at the top. Open your mouth and big sigh. Let it go. Ah. Couple more like that. Inhale, fill up. Take that moment to pause in fullness. Extra sip if you want it. And then whenever you're ready to sigh it out, let it go. Ah. Last time, biggest inhale you've taken all morning. Maybe you sit up taller and just energetically feel as if you take up more space. Extra sip, maybe 2 extra sips. And then release, let it go out your mouth. Ah, very nice, friends. Ujjayi breath. So seal your lips. In and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. So you start to create a little whisper noise, that oceanic sound as you breathe. See if you can now follow that sound with your awareness. Breathe as deep, as slow, as spacious as you can. And as you connect to your breath, just start to draw circles with the crown of your head. So start with little circles. It's like you're drawing little circles around your spine. So bringing a little more awareness into your upper body. Start to make those circles bigger. So like you're doing cat-cows, but in a circular motion. Inhale to come forward and exhale to pull back. You can move as quickly or as slowly as you want to. You can even stay in one place, kind of move side to side a little bit. So just start to really feel into the mobility in your spine, your shoulders, your hips. Maybe reverse your circles, start to move in the other direction. Yeah, and if you're just working with your neck for now, totally fine. Whatever feels good for you. Eventually, friends, come forward to your hands and your knees and just start exploring from there. So maybe you want to continue to circle. You can take your hips all the way around. Maybe you want to go back to some cat-cow undulations. So inhaling to arch, find spinal extension, and exhaling to round, spinal flexion. So anything goes. If you want, if it helps, close your eyes. So get out of your head that voice that's saying, do I look weird? What is everybody else doing? Is anyone looking at me? Let that voice go away. Doesn't matter here. And just feel your spine, feel your hips, feel your hands, feel your big, spacious breaths flowing through your body. Nice job. And then let's just say in your next 4 or 5 rounds, so no rush, but eventually downward facing dog, start a transition back whenever you're ready. Back in your down dog, same thing. Just feel around, pedal out your heels. Maybe in this first down dog, it feels really nice just to bend your knees a lot. Focus on lengthening from your fingertips all the way up to your sit bones. Maybe you want to take your feet out to the width of your yoga mat and kind of transfer your weight from side to side on the diagonal. So in this first down dog, rather than tuning out because you've been here before, you know this pose, see if you can actually do the opposite. See if you can tune in. Approach it as if it's the first time you've been in a downward facing dog. Find a connection to your center. Feel the strength in your core. Find a connection to your strong foundation, your hands. Good job, everybody. Let's take one more great big inhale into down dog. And then as you exhale, just look forward to the top of your space, and however you would like to get there, forward fold. Once you've arrived, hang out in your fold for a few breaths. I like personally my feet about hips width distance apart, or even a little bit wider for this first one. So all that does, it gives your hips and your pelvis a little more space. Make sure all of your toes are facing forward. You can have a little or even a big bend in your knees. Rather than rocking back into your heels and locking out your knees, see if you can do the opposite. So bend in your knees, weight more forward, and then use your core to lift your sit bones as high as you can. So butt towards the sky, crown towards the ground. If you want to grab opposite elbows, sway, bob, bounce like a rag doll. Feel your big, spacious breaths in your back body, and imagine you can even breathe down the backs of your legs. Next time you inhale, find a halfway lift position. Exhale, bow and fold. Do that one more time. So inhale, halfway lift. Top of your head reaches forward. Tops of your thighs press back. Exhale, fold, release. From the press of your feet, maybe a big bend in your knees, reverse swan dive. So lead with your heart, rise, arms reach up, nice soon. Hands to heart as you exhale. Let's flow for a moment with our breath. Inhale, high mountain. See if you can take the entire length of your exhale to dive down slowly. So stick your butt out, reach your heart forward, bend in your knees is so helpful. Yes. Inhale to a halfway lift position, lengthen. Exhale, fold, bow, let everything go. Connect to your center. From that place, rise. So heart leads, arms to the sky, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Let's take that one more time. Breath to movement. Inhale, high mountain, stretch tall. Exhale, lead with your heart, slow dive. Bend, 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 bend. Bend, fold, keep your knees bent, weight forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. You can press into your heels. Exhale, let it go, fold, bend your knees, weight forward. Yeah, crown towards the ground. Press into your feet all the way up, arms reach. Bend your knees as you rise. Yes, arms reach up, stretch. Hands to heart, exhale. Good job, you guys. Inhale, take your arms up. And this time, exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. This might be different than you're used to. Try it. Roll your shoulders back and down, bend your elbows. Press your palms together, and now imagine your elbows are magnetized. Squeeze your elbows towards each other. Imagine your fingers, only your fingers are super glued together, and just try to pull your fingers apart. You should feel what's called muscle energy now in your arms. See if you can keep that and start to reach your hands back. See if you can keep that and maybe add a little back bend. So press your hips forward, but hug in with your inner thighs. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Try not to let your head just collapse back. Take one more big inhale. Keep your clasp, hinge at your hips, bend your knees as you dive down and fold. So relax your neck, head heavy. If you want to, now you can start to press more into your heels and lift your hips higher, but make sure you can feel a connection to your center. You're not just locking out your knees to straighten your legs. It's such a different feeling. See if you can lift your knuckles higher. If you want to release that pressing of your palms, that's fine. If it feels like too much, you can let that part go. Take one more inhale. Nice job, you guys. Exhale, hands to your low back. Release your clasp, nice and easy. Let your arms dangle. You can give them a little shake out or maybe shake your head. Halfway lift with your next inhalation, realign. Nice, okay, exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your yoga mat. We're gonna get right into it, side plank. Right hand is your foundation. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot, or right knee can absolutely come down. Right forearm can come down if you're making it your own. Nice, Derek. Lift your hips really, really high, and that'll help you get out of your wrist and your shoulder. Maybe reach your left arm forward towards the front wall and feel all that length in your left side. Nice job, beautiful Erica. Maybe float your left leg up. Take one more full round of breath. Awesome, Paul. End of your exhale, like slow motion, come back to a plank or a modified plank position. Inhale at the top, push the ground away. Exhale, one strong straight line all the way to your belly. Spider-Man Cobra. So bring your hands out wide to frame your mat. You're up on your fingertips, elbows face the sky. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, take a little twist to your right, dip your left shoulder down. It's like a micro shoulder pigeon. Wider the better with your hands. Inhale, back to center, lift your heart. Fingertips press down. Exhale, twist to your left, right shoulder dips. Yes, inhale, back to center. One more time each way, or if you'd rather, find a different heart opener. And then eventually, no rush, everybody downward facing dog. So Derek, bring your hands out a lot wider. Yeah, try it from there. Nice. All right, friends, once you're back in down dog, reconnect to your Ujjayi breath. So see if you can not just feel it as it's flowing through, but also hear it, that whisper. Slow, steady, spacious. From your down dog, inhale your right leg to the sky. And then see if, without moving through your hands or your shoulders, you can open up your right hip. So bend your right knee, reach your right knee out and up. Feel your right hip stack on top of left. So hug in with your left inner thigh. You can stay right here, or just an option, come down to your left forearm, like your left arm is in dolphin. So kind of ease your way down. Yes, nice, Erica. And then maybe if your left forearm's on the ground, left shoulder really strong, start to crawl your right fingertips forward, lengthen through your right side. Yes, awesome, Brianna. Stay active through your right foot. Imagine there's an invisible rolled up washcloth behind your right knee and you're trying to squeeze it and wring it out. Take one more breath here and then readjust through your upper body. Come back up to both hands. Everybody see if you can now square off your hips. So feel the big difference. Inner thighs face each other. So good. I know it's hard. Take one more inhale. Nice, Sue. Exhale, step your right foot to the top of your space as soft as you can. Take a moment and just work your legs in any way that feels good to you. So stretch on your own. Maybe you open through your front hip. Maybe you straighten through your front leg. Maybe all you do is close your eyes, put your awareness in your legs and breathe. Doesn't have to be fancy. In your next couple of breaths, no hurry. Crescent lunge is where we'll eventually meet up. So whenever you're ready, you can start to rise and settle in. Really good. Nice, Tracy. So front knee over front ankle, high on the ball of your back foot. Find your stability by hugging towards midline. So front hip is energetically pulling back. Back hip is energetically pulling forward. So your legs are your strong foundation. And then your upper body is your own unique expression. So it doesn't mean you need to change anything physically, but feel into your unique expression today. Maybe you smile a little bit. Maybe you spread your fingers really wide. Maybe you find the slightest little back bend. Take one more big inhale here. As you exhale, bring your hands back to the ground. We're gonna stay in a lunge, but add a twist. So left hand on the ground or maybe even a block, right arm to the sky. Open up through the right side of your heart. Very nice. Nice, Lisa. So strong legs. Breathe down into your belly. And with your exhales, see if you can twist from your center just a little bit more. You can absolutely stay right here, friends, or option only if you want to. Walk your left fingertips off the left edge of your mat. Reach your right fingertips back. And see if you can let your heart look up towards the sky. Keep your legs strong. Amazing. One more deep breath. End of your exhale, unwind. Walk your hands all the way over to the left long edge of your yoga mat. Parallel your feet, straighten out your legs. Inhale to a halfway lift. And from your halfway lift, start to crawl your hands back just a little bit and bend your left knee. Keep your right hand on the ground or a block, left arm to the sky. So twist. Yes. Press into your right foot. Press into your right hand. Use them both as leverage to twist and open through the left side of your heart. So nice. Take one more round. Maybe even gaze up at your left hand. End of your exhale, let it go. Wide-legged straddle, wide-legged forward fold, anywhere you'd like to take it. So feel free to move around if you want, or just hang out and breathe. Maybe an open mouth side would feel really nice. Big, spacious, ujjayi breath. Feel whatever there is to feel. All 10 toes face forward. Try not to rock back into your heels. So it's just like our regular forward fold. Find that connection to center. Next time you breathe in, come back to a halfway lift position with your fingertips on the ground. So you can bend your knees as much as you need to. Crawl your hands to the top of your mat. Rotate your toes to face forward. So you'll be in a low lunge. From low lunge, standing splits. Left leg floats up. So just like a one-legged forward fold. Let your neck relax. Find your connection to center. Nice, Kay. So right inner thigh hugs in. If you want to play, you're more than welcome to. You can take little handstand hops, Shiva squats. Maybe you wrap your right arm behind your right leg. Wherever you're at, feel those big, deep breaths flowing through. So nice, you guys. Take one more inhale. Awesome, Griffin. Make your left leg long, strong. Make your left toes active. Forward fold. Set your left foot down on the top of your mat. Maybe your right leg wants a little shake out. Or perhaps you pedal out your heels. Bounce it out. Find your breath. Bring your big toes together. Little gap in between your heels. Tuck and curl. Tiny little potato bug ball. So you can either choose to press your heels down to work your ankle flexibility, or you can lift your heels up and work the strength, work balance. Option to wrap your forearms around your shins, squeeze, or if it's hard to take your hands off the ground but you still want to squeeze, you can cross your wrists out in front of your body and use that leverage of your arms to get smaller with your exhales, to get more compact with your exhales. Breathe into your back body, a nice paw. Good job, friends. Take one more round in your tiny little potato bug ball. Inhale, halfway lift. Set your heels down, grow your spine long. If you want, you can adjust your stance, widen your stance. Exhale, fold and bow. Press into your feet. Bend your knees as you rise, so heart leads. We're bending our knees so it doesn't pull on our low back. Arms reach up. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, inhale, take your arms up. And this time we're gonna add a couple side body stretches. Grab your left wrist with your right hand and turn your left palm towards the right side of the room. See if you can create a crescent moon shape with your body. So hips go left, upper body goes right. Make sure your arm isn't in front of your face. Bicep next to your ear and your shoulders plugged in. So feel your left shoulder, pull back and down. More weight in your left foot. Switch your weight, Trace. Yeah, and then maybe you even reach your right tiptoes out to the right. So hips towards the windows, upper body towards the opposite wall. Breathe into your left waistline, left rib cage. Take one last full round of breath. Nice, Derek. Inhale back to center. Switch your grip. Grab your right wrist. Turn your right palm towards the windows. Up and over. Same thing. So more weight in your left foot. Press into the inner edge of left, or that's your right foot. More weight in right foot, sorry. Inner edge of right foot. And then left tiptoes might reach out to the left. Right shoulder is plugged in. So imagine you're pulling so that if you were to let go with your hand, you would slingshot, your right arm would slingshot out. There's muscle energy happening in your arms. Take one more round. Thanks, Erica. Inhale back to center. Exhale, cactus your arms, baby back bend. Squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. Hug in with your inner thighs as you press your hips gently forward. Inhale, re-extend. See if you can feel into a more neutral spine, neutral pelvis. And then exhale, stick your butt out as you dive down. Big bend in your knees is so helpful. Yes, lift halfway as you breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank, pause in plank. Side plank, left hand is your base this time. Nice, Lisa. So roll onto your left outer edge of left foot, or left knee can always come down, left forearm can come down if you're making it your own. Lift your hips. So unless your bottom knee is on the ground, really lift your hips high. Create that crescent moon shape again. Maybe right arm forward. Maybe right leg floats up. Your fullest expression. One last huge breath. Awesome, Sue. Nice job. Slowly, mindfully plank or modify. Inhale at the top of your push-up. Spread your fingers, push the ground away. Strong straight line all the way to your belly. We're going to come back into a Spider-Man Cobra, but we're doing something a little different. So hands out nice and wide. Again, the wider the better. Up on your fingertips, lift your heart. Bend your right knee. Press into your right fingertips and roll up on the outside of your left hip. Reach your right toes towards the ground behind you like you've got a scorpion tail for your right leg. Let your left shoulder dip down and feel that stretch there. Keep pressing down with your left fingertips. Breathe. One more big deep breath. Very nice. Back to center. Other side as you are ready. So right leg straight, left knee bends. Roll up onto the outside of your right hip. Left leg is your scorpion tail. Reach it towards the ground behind you. Let your right shoulder dip down and breathe into that space. Again, it's like a micro shoulder pigeon. Last round. Come back to center. Take one more heart opener, one more back bend of your choice. Anything that would feel good, or something else would feel good. Not a back bend, you can do something else. However you want to make the transition, eventually downward facing dog. Once you're back in your dog pose, big, spacious breath, ujjayi breath. All right, inhale, left leg to the sky. And then try not to move through hands or shoulders. Peel your left hip open. So bend your knee and just stack it on top. So it's like your left hip is a hinge on a door. Your left leg is the door and it swings open. You can stay right here, or option to come down to your right forearm. So mindfully come down onto your right forearm like you're doing dolphin with your right arm. Next K. And then with your strong right shoulder, start to walk your left fingertips forward and feel all that length in your left side. Yeah. Keep pressing firmly into your right forearm so your right shoulder is really strong. You're not just sinking into it. Take a couple more rounds here or wherever you are at. Relax your neck, Derek. Yeah. All right, slowly. If you are in that funky variation, see if you can come back up to your hands And then everybody square off your hips. So if you need to put your left foot down and then re-extend your left leg, totally fine. So left leg now, long, strong, and powerful. Inner thighs face each other. Take one more inhale. Exhale, use your core strength. Step forward like you're stepping over something. Low lunge. Take a moment to work your legs however you want to on this side. Stretch them out, move around, or even just close your eyes. Put your awareness in your legs and breathe. Good job. Next couple of breaths. Crescent lunge. Rise when you are ready. So front knee over front ankle, ball of your back foot. Try to make sure your hips are square and your back toes are facing forward. Sometimes we like to kind of, I don't know, half-ass our back foot. I don't know how else to say it. See if you can really get onto the ball of your back foot on your back toes. And then hug towards midline. Find your strong foundation through your legs. So if somebody came over, tried to tip you over, you'd still feel strong and powerful. Find your unique expression through your upper body. What do you want to invite in? What do you want to embody? Get curious about that. Maybe there's some way you visualize it, feel into it. One more big inhale. Beautiful. Tracy, exhale, hands come down. Stay in your lunge position and add a twist. So right hand on the ground or a block, left arm to the sky. Legs stay strong. Back leg stay strong. It's like the power of the pose is coming out of your back toes, moving through your back leg, connecting right at your center. Use your breath. You can stay here, or option to take that variation where you walk your right fingertips off the right edge of your mat, and then see if you can start to let your heart look up more. It's like you want to touch the person behind you or the wall behind you. Yes, nice, Kay. Beautiful, friends. Where's your breath? Can you still feel it all the way down in your belly? One more round. Nice, Lisa, let it go. Walk your hands all the way over the right long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten out your legs. So all of your toes are now facing directly forward. Inhale to a halfway lift, hands on blocks or fingertips on the ground. Walk your hands back a little bit towards the back of your mat, bend your right knee. All of your toes are still facing forward. Left hand down, right arm up, twist. So twist from your center. Use the leverage of pressing your left foot and your left hand down. Open through the right side of your heart. Bend your right knee. Stick your butt out behind you. Lengthen through your spine. Nice, Brianna. Take one last round here. You guys look so good. Awesome, Erica. And then come back. Wide-legged straddle. Wide-legged forward fold. Stay and breathe or play. Open mouth sigh if you want it. Maybe reconnecting to those big, deep breaths. Use your breath to create more space inside. Next time you inhale, halfway lift, fingertips on the ground. Walk your hands to the top of your yoga mat. Rotate your toes forward so you're back to a low lunge. From low lunge, standing splits. Left foot roots down, right leg floats high. High for you might be an inch away from the ground. Awesome. So find your own edge and then be with it. Breathe into it or play. So feel free in your practice to invite in a little more play. Don't take yourself so seriously. Maybe you want to hop and maybe you only get an inch off the ground. That's fine. You never need to arrive. Maybe you want to wrap left arm behind left leg and play with balance. Maybe you fall out a million times. Awesome. Meet yourself right there. That's why we're here. Big, deep, powerful breaths. One more inhale. Forward fold. Set your right foot down. Give your left leg a little shake out if it wants it. Maybe pedal out your heels a little bit. Maybe bounce, sway, bob. Bring your big toes again together to touch. Little gap in between your heels. Tuck and curl. Tiny little potato bug ball. You can stay in your little potato bug ball just like before, or invitation if you want to turn it into toe stand this time. So all you would do, balancing on your tiptoes, hug in with inner heels, inner thighs, inner knees, and see if you can start to direct your knees straight forward. Hands to heart, spine long. Focus your gaze, slow, deep breaths. Two more, wherever you're at. Nice work. You're balancing, you find your balance by hugging in. Next time you inhale, halfway lift. So set your heels down, spine parallel to the ground. And widen your stance if you want. Exhale, fold. Press into your feet all the way to stand. Arms to the sky. Big full body stretch. Hands to heart. Exhale. All right. Inhale, take your arms up. Pause right here in your high mountain. Spin your pinky fingers in towards one another. Feel into your most neutral spine. Right foot is going to stay rooted. Left knee lifts up. Standing staff. So hug in with your inner thighs. Flex through your left toes. Find your balance. Find your breath. Take one more inhale here. Warrior 3, slow motion. So slowly start to hinge forward. Extend your left leg back. Arms can continue to reach forward, or you're more than welcome to switch up your arms, take a different variation. See if you can hold your warrior 3 for at least 1, maybe 2, maybe even 3 full breaths. So your personal fullest expression, hips square, spine long, back leg powerful and strong. Land in a low lunge when you're ready. So hands come down to frame your front foot. Back toes to the ground. Nice work. Bring your hands to the inside of your right foot. Walk your right foot out to the width of your mat. I'm going to give you lots of options. So from here, you can either keep your hips lifted, lower your heart down. Try not to let your front knee do this. So you want to keep your knee over or behind your ankle. You can also let your back knee and let your hips come down, lift your heart up. If cat grabs its tail is in your practice or any variation of it, you want to work with that, feel free. So all your options, there you go. Or if you can think of something else you want to do, totally fine with me. Wherever you choose to go with it, breath is right there. Good, you guys take about 3 more rounds. Nice, Lisa. Good, beautiful. One last round, biggest breath so far. Option to side out your mouth if you want. Ah. All right, come back to a place where you can bring your hands to the ground. So hands under shoulders. If your back knee is on the ground, lift your back knee up. Work your right foot to the back of your mat so you'll be in a plank position. Inhale at the top of your push-up. Exhale to slowly lower. Ah, good job. Heart lifts, back bend of your choice this time. Whenever you're ready, down dog, no rush. All right. Ujjayi breath. Use your breath to power you through the rest of your practice. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Peel your right hip open. Stay here, or one more inhale here. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. As close as you can. Yes, little twist. Inhale, back up. Option to open your hip if you want, or you can just extend. Exhale, right to right. Aim for your armpit. If you would like, add a little push-up. Don't let your butt drop down. Inhale, back up, 3-legged. Exhale, everybody now, knee to your nose, scoop out your belly, step forward softly, low lunge. From low lunge, crawl your hands forward, float your back leg up. Go for a variation of warrior 3 with your fingertips on the ground or hands on blocks. So find a long line of energy through your spine and all the way to your back heel, hips square. Bend your standing leg as much as you need to. We're going to work into a twist. So keep your left hand down, right hand into the little crease of your right hip. Either your thumb or all your fingers go in that crease and start to push your hip back towards the back wall. Feel your upper body begin to twist towards the right side of the room and continue to work that twist with your core now. See if you can reach your right arm to the sky. Keep your back leg strong. Keep squeezing through your inner thighs, pulling your right hip back. Nice, Derek. One more round. Back leg strong. Twist, twist, twist. Good job. Low lunge. Unwind. Step your left foot back. From low lunge, three-legged dog. Take your right leg up. Open your hip. Stay here or flip your dog. Right foot comes down behind you. Right arm forward, heart forward. Beautiful. Strengthen your back muscles. Let your back muscles really support your spine. Last big deep breath. Everybody, regular down dog. Walk it out. If you'd rather take a child's pose, that's fine. If you want to take your own little vinyasa back to down dog, just to kind of reset, feel free. So take a moment and just notice, just feel. Right side versus left side. Big, slow breaths. Or has your breath sped up? Have you lost track of it? Great time to bring it back. All right, down dog. Great big inhale. Exhale, look forward, however you want to get there. Forward fold, top of your space. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, let it go. Yes, rise all the way up. Nice. So arms reach up, stretch. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, balancing one more time. Reach your arms up, high mountain. Spin your pinky fingers in. Left foot is your foundation. Right knee lift, standing stack. Yes, active through your right foot. Nice, Griffin. Hug in with your inner thighs. Connect to your center. Connect to your slow, deep breath. Stay connected and slowly transition into warrior three, your variation on this side. So you're going to hinge at your hips and start to extend your right leg back. Long, strong, powerful line from the crown of your head back to your heel. Hips are square. Arms can do whatever you want. You can make it your own. 1, 2, maybe even 3 full breaths in your warrior three. And then we're landing in a low lunge. So whenever you are ready, slowly, mindfully, low lunge. So nice. Hands come down hands come down inside your left foot. So bring your hands inside your left foot. Walk your left foot out to the very width of your mat, maybe even onto the hardwood floor. And then you know your options. Hips can lift as heart melts down. Hips can lower down as heart lifts up. Cat grabs its tail, or any variation thereof. If there's something else you want to do, feel free. So if your knee is coming forward of your ankle, it's not inherently bad or wrong. It just means now the mobility is coming from your knee and your ankle rather than from your hip. So ideally, we're trying to keep that mobility in our hip and work that mobility in our hip. Breathe into your left hip. Big deep breaths, about 3 more. Open mouth size, always welcome. Take one last round, biggest breath possible. Bring your hands to the ground under your shoulders. If your back knee's on the ground, lift it up. Work your left foot all the way to the back of your mat so you are in a plank position. Inhale at the top of your push-up. Exhale, slowly lower down. Back bend of your choice. Lift your heart. And then down dog when you're ready, however you want to get there. All right, friends, from your down dog, inhale left leg high. Peel your left hip open once again. You can stay here and hold if you want. Otherwise, one more inhale here. Exhale, little twist. Left knee, right elbow, or as close as you can come. Push the ground away. Inhale, back up. Option to open your hip if you want. Exhale, left to left. Aim high. Add that push up if you want. Don't let your butt drop down. Nice, Paul. Inhale, back up. Awesome, Griff. And then last one. Everybody, knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly. Step your left foot through. From your low lunge, start to walk your hands forward. You can take a block or blocks with you if you want to. So coming into a warrior 3 variation with hands on blocks or fingertips on the ground. So your spine is parallel to the ground. You're in a halfway lift with your spine. Your hips are square. Bend your standing leg if needed. Right hand will stay down. Left hand to that crease in your left hip. So either put your thumb in that crease or put all your fingers in that crease and start to push your left hip back. As you push your left hip back, automatically your upper body should start twisting towards the windows. Continue to work that twist with your core strength now. Yes, Paul, nice. Left arm might reach up. Back leg stays strong and powerful. Core is working here. Use your core strength to work your twist every breath. One more. You got this. Awesome, Lisa. Slowly let it go. Low lunge. Step back. 3-legged down dog. Take your left leg to the sky. So push into the ground. Left leg unthreads itself. Yes. Open your left hip. Stay here or flip your dog. Left foot comes down. Nice, Erica. Heart forward. Your heart wants to look at this front wall. See if you can let it. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Feel that stretch through your abdominal wall, your front body. One more round here. Back to down dog. Walk it out. After walking it out, if you want, you can move through a vinyasa to find your way to child's pose, or just set your knees down and everybody eventually rest in child's pose. Slow, deep breaths. Breathe into your low back and just let everything settle. Find a sense of grounding here. Feel all that energy inside of you. All right, friends, find your way onto your belly. So however you want to get there, all the way down onto your belly. And then we're moving into shoulder pigeon on our right side. So turn your head left, right arm straight out to the right, palm faces the ground. Roll up onto your right side. And anything you want to do with your left leg and your left arm. So sometimes left foot behind me with my left knee bent is just what feels best. Sometimes I actually like my left foot in front of me with my knee bent. It feels better on my low back. Sometimes I like to grab my big toe with my left peace fingers and extend my left leg up towards the sky. You could also add a quad stretch if you want, but whatever you do, just make sure you're not losing that opening in the front of your right shoulder. So that's your first priority, your right shoulder. Make sure you can relax your head down on something, the ground or a block or blanket, sweatshirt. Focus in on your breath. See if you can breathe bigger than you thought you could. Like about 3 more. Soft face, soft jaw. End of your next exhale, slowly find your way back onto your belly. Turn your head to the other side, and just for a moment, anything that feels good with your arms, take a few deep breaths into your low back, maybe even windshield wiper your shins. If you windshield wiper your shins, make sure your knees are at least hips width distance apart, maybe a little bit wider. And then as you're ready, friends, no hurry. Start transitioning into your pigeon on the left side, or excuse me, shoulder pigeon on the left side. So your head is already facing the right direction. Left arm just extends out, palm faces the ground. Roll up onto your left side. And this side might feel the same. It might feel totally different. So do pay attention to that and honor that. Big, deep breath. Soft face, soft jaw. Take about 3 more rounds here. And then when you feel pretty even, I'll just leave it up to you. When you feel pretty much even on both sides, come back to center, just like we did before. Turn your head the other direction for a moment. Either just relax there, maybe rock your hips a little bit, or windshield wiper shins. Instead of windshield wiper, you could even try egg beater. So it's circling your feet in opposite directions at opposite times, like you're throwing them into a mixing bowl. Just kind of like a, I don't know, mind-body coordination thing, perhaps. All right, we've got one more belly back bend. So go ahead, relax your shins back down. Turn your forehead to face the ground for just a moment. Arms down by your sides. Exhale all your air out. And as you inhale, lift everything that you can. Lift your upper body, lift your lower body, lift your arms, locust pose. You can stay here, or options, interlace fingers or full floor bow. Bend your knees, grab hold of ankles or tops of feet. Wherever you choose to go, hug in with your inner thighs. That'll keep you out of your low back. Breathe down into your low belly. And see if you can feel the length in the back of your neck still. So your gaze is probably slightly down. Take one last huge breath, your personal fullest expression. Nice trace and release. Good job. Turn your head either way. Any movement that would feel good. Windshield wiper, shimmy your hips in your next 3 to 5 breaths. Downward facing dog. So if you want to move through some cat cows, child's pose in between, feel free. Once you're back in down dog, just walk it out. All right. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Pigeon pose, right? Shin to the top of your mat and set your body down gently. If you would rather take this in a seat or on your back for any reason, please feel free. If you're working a regular pigeon, just like we do in crescent lunge, hug in. So you want your right knee closer towards the right edge of your mat, not midline. This, you'll completely miss the external rotation in your hip. So knee out, closer to parallel with the front edge of your mat, your shin is, deeper you will go. So if that's too much, just keep your foot closer in towards your groin. Pull your front hip back hip forward. So you want to feel that lift. Like you could take your hands off the ground, nothing changes. And then you want to keep pulling your right hip back as you bow forward. If once you're bowing forward, you then want to go deeper, Keep pulling your right hip back, but also scoot your back knee back a little bit. Big deep breaths. Ruby's like, where have you been? Good job, everyone. Soften where you can soften. So even though you're using muscle energy to hold your legs, you can soften through your upper body. You can soften through your outer shell. You can soften within the pose energetically. Take about 4 or 5 more rounds. Side out your mouth anytime. All right, last huge inhale. Maybe take that extra sip at the top. Side out your mouth. Ah. Start to find your way back to down dog however you want to. So if you want to go back to three-legged dog, give your right leg a nice little shake out. If you want to move through a vinyasa, if you want to take some cat-cows, anything goes. Eventually just walk it out in your down dog, pedal out your heels. Notice right side versus left side. And then I will just say each of you on your own in your own time. Find your way to pigeon with your left shin forward, or if you're taking it on your back or a seat, left shin on top. Because take just as much time and care to set yourself up on this side as you did on the other. And then use your slow, spacious breaths to settle. So rather than tuning out, going somewhere else in your mind, which I know is tempting, see if you can stay here. Our minds always want to find something more interesting to focus on. So just keep reminding your mind, it's okay, we're staying here. We're in our body right now. We're just being, we're just breathing. Come back again and again and again. This quote by Cory Muscara, he says, the belief that there is some future moment more worth being present to than the one you are in right now is why we miss our lives. So you're in this moment already. Let yourself have it. Let yourself just soak it in. Even if it's boring, let yourself soak it in. Take about 3, 5 more rounds on this side. You want open mouth size. Ah. And as you feel, it's pretty much even on both sides. Start to find your own transition back to one last down dog. And if you're already on your back or in a seat and you want to wait for us there instead, that's fine too. Just take any neutralizing movement you want. If you want to take one last vinyasa, now would be your time. Give yourself a moment to walk it out in your down dog, or even just hang out and ground in child's pose. And then whenever you are ready, however you want to make the transition all the way down onto your back, you can face whichever direction you want to. Once you're on your back, just draw your knees towards your belly and find a gentle rock from side to side. Give your low back a little massage against the ground for a moment. Let both of your knees fall to the right for a supine spinal twist. If there is a certain variation of a twist that you want to take, please feel free to make it your own. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Give all your weight to the ground. Just feel your body in this space. Feel all the energy inside of you, emotions that might be present, thoughts as they come and go. So you can't turn off your thoughts. You can separate yourself from them, start to just witness them. So start to notice, what is my mind doing all day? What thoughts am I thinking over and over and over again? As you're ready, slow transition to the other side. So if we are not present, usually our thoughts are either past positive, so we think about good memories in the past negative, we think about how we wish we could change things in the past, or future positive, we dream of future goals and possibilities, good things that might be able to happen. Or future negative, we dread the future and all the things that could go wrong. So if you start to notice, where are most of my thoughts? Are they future positive, future negative? Are they past positive, past negative? And then just by noticing that, we can start to shift. Just by bringing ourselves back over and over and over again to this moment, to this neutral moment. Feeling ourselves just laying on the ground and breathing. Then it starts to get easier and easier and easier. It's just like a muscle we make stronger by practicing. As you feel even on both sides, come back to center and find any inversion that you would like for about 5 to 10 breaths. So anything that puts legs and or hips higher than your heart. Could be something challenging or restorative, up to you. And after around 5 to 10 breaths in your inversion, no hurry. Start to make your way slowly into your final relaxation. So take any counter poses, any finishing poses, any last little bits and pieces of movement. And then just start settling in. So as you settle in, this is just a very simple poem by Rumi. This we have now is not imagination. This is not grief or joy, not a judging state, nor elation or sadness. Those come and go. This is the presence that doesn't. What else could human beings want? This we have now is not imagination. This is not grief or joy, not a judging state, nor elation or sadness. Those come and go. This is the presence that doesn't. What else could human beings want? These last few moments, friends, let your breath just be effortless. Let your body take over. Let your body just breathe you. This we have now, just let it be a neutral moment in time. Not good, not bad. No grief, no joy, just pure presence, just pure space. These last few moments, let the sounds, let the vibrations just simply move through you and resonate within you. And notice what comes, notice what goes. Let it. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Just slowly bring movement back into your physical body. Wiggle fingers, toes. Maybe a full body stretch would feel nice. As you're ready, no rush. Find your way onto either side. It's a nurturing fetal position. As you rest there, really let your practice settle. Let that sound bath settle. Maybe there's some way you visualize everything just absorbing into your body, your being. And using the strength in your arms, guide yourself up into seated meditation. So facing forward towards the front of our space, right back where we began. And with your eyes closed, just gather your hands to your heart. And bow your head to your heart in acknowledgement. So acknowledging yourself, thanking yourself for making the effort and taking the time out of your day to be here, to do your practice, to slow down enough to tune in and notice and connect with yourself. Thank you for letting me guide you. Namaste. All right, friends. Thank you so much. Come back soon. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Ask Ruby first. If she doesn't know, then ask me. Good girl, Miss Rubes. My zoomies back here. Okay, no. Can't see you right now, only when you stand up. Do you care? Do you care, Tracy? Does it bug you?